And welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I have a special guest with me today. Do you want to say hello to everybody? No? You don't want to say hi? It's okay. Well, as you guys can see, I have Mordecai here with me today. And Mordecai and I are going to share with you guys some cool information about him. And also kind of like the backstory on how he came to be part of David and I's little family. So if you guys would like to learn a little bit more about him, as well as his backstory, stick around. So before I answer the questions that I have so that you guys can get to know Mordecai, I thought I'd first explain the backstory on how David and I decided to adopt Mordecai. So, as you guys know, we got engaged September 25th of this year, and the day after that big day, it was actually a Sunday, and it was actually the last day of our little 4-day vacation. And, you know, we're about to head out to do, like, the last activities of the day, and for some reason, I just wanted to go, like, to the Humane Society, because I just like, you know, going to see dogs and cats, and I actually wanted to always adopt at some point. And so we figured, why not? Let's go. So we go to the local Humane Society, and prior to going, actually, we looked up on their website to see what animals they had available, and we did see the little guy on there, but we assumed that maybe we would have an opportunity to adopt him, maybe he'll be gone. We didn't really know. So I believe that day they opened up at 12 p.m., but we wanted to get there early just in case, because, you know, the whole pandemic, we don't know the protocol on visiting animals and stuff like that. So we get there around, I think it was like 11:30, 11:40-ish. And sure enough, there was like 3 other cars already there. And they had it to where the gate blocked you off from going into their little, like, area of like, the parking lot and stuff like that. So you're like, okay, cool, no big deal. And as the time approached, getting back to 12 p.m., we started seeing workers come out. We saw workers come out, and there was like 2 girls, and they went to each individual car, gave us a number of like, I guess, what position we're in. So I believe you were 4. And we're like, okay, cool, big deal, no big deal, like, it is what it is. And actually, by the time they came out, there was, I think, 3 other cars behind us. So we were number 4. Still, we don't know if those people in front of us are here to see him. So we were just hoping at this point. So they actually let us 4 go in, and then the other 4 people had to stay back for a little while. Hello, you like your belly rub. So we go into the little gated area and stuff, and obviously the first 3 cars in front of us had the opportunity to tell them what animals they're interested in seeing and go interact with that animal. So they did, and honestly, I think every single vehicle almost, maybe just 1 did not adopt the animal they went there to see. And I'm happy to say that none of them were there to see him. So when it was our turn, we were obviously ecstatic to be able to see him. And obviously, you know, he's in a situation that he is, you know, unfamiliar with, uncomfortable with, and it's a scary, scary thing, you know? And so he obviously was very shy getting to know David and I, which is understandable, like I just said. But I don't know, there's just something about him that I just really, really liked, and David really liked. And ironically, they did tell us there's, like, I think another dog of his size that we can see if we want. However, they told us that this family right here would then look at him, and you pretty much would be giving up your right to adopt him if you're going to go look at another dog. And so David and I were thinking about it, and we're like, I don't think we want to look at the other dog right now. We're just going to keep interacting with him. And so that family, I think, did go see the other small dog, Eddie. And so we decided in that moment, you know what? We're going to adopt him. And it actually turned out that other than that family, there was another family that wanted to adopt him, ironically. So we, in essence, I don't know if it was like meant to be or what, but just by, I don't know, like just going there, seeing him, interacting with him, and just his little cuteness and the way he is, I just cannot, like, I don't know. We just decided to adopt him. Okay, so his name is Mordecai. And I'm going to explain to you guys why, or how rather, I guess, I came up with that name. So, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the show. It came on when I was a child. It's called The Regular Show. And I believe one of the main characters is a bird and the other one was a raccoon. The one that was a bird's name was Mordecai. I don't know why, but I just always said to myself, if I ever adopted a dog one day, I would name him Mordecai. So that's the name that stuck. But while I say that, I actually happened to Google what Mordecai means, and apparently it means warrior. And now that I know that it means that, I just love the name like 10 times more. So this is Mordecai, and he actually does recognize his name, but he's I think sleepy right now, so he's just kind of just vibing out over here next to me. We were told that he is half Chihuahua and half Yorkie. I don't know if you guys can tell or not by his features laying here right now. He, as far as we can see, he's mostly black, obviously, but on the top of his head, he does have brown hair. I assume that's from maybe the Yorkie side, but it could also be the Chihuahua side. I'm not entirely sure. But yes, he is, I guess, what you call a Chorkie. So, Chihuahua, Yorkie. Where did you get him? As I explained in the backstory, we got him from a humane society in Tennessee. What are some quirky things about your pet's personality? I'm gonna tell you. So, this little guy, he is just, he's just the cutest thing ever. And I don't want to say the word, but if I say a specific word, I'll put it right here on my screen. He goes insane. He's like, yeah, let's go. We're going to go outside. It's amazing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And he will just literally like run back and forth, and then forth and back, and then back and forth again. And then he's ready to go. Like, and then we'll go outside. You know what I'm saying? His little business or whatever. Then we come back, and you would think after a nice, long, sometimes walk or, you know, once he does his business, that he'd be tired. But not Mordecai, okay? Not Mordecai. He comes back and does the same thing that I just explained, and he wants to play as well. So honestly, since we've only had him almost a month now, I would say that is the most quirky thing that he does. But I have to say, I don't mind it. It's also the cutest thing that he does. So, what does your pet's relationship mean to you? So for me, it just literally means happiness. Ever since we have had him, I've like legit been happy. He brings happiness to me. He brings happiness to David. He honestly brings happiness to my parents and anyone else that's interacted with him up until this point. And at this point, I literally cannot imagine my life without him. So, yeah, he means happiness. As you can see, we have a special guest. Before you leave, what does Mordecai mean to you?
He's awesome. He's my little buddy. I wake up in the morning, I take him out, and then we go sit in this little chair over here. He just sleeps.
Can we just talk about the fact that he just like rose up from behind the couch? But that's another story. Thank you for your appearance. Does your pet know any tricks? Up until this point, I would say no. However, he's very receptive to what David and I will say. So if I don't want him to do something, I will simply say no, and he'll stop doing whatever he was doing. And then obviously that word that I'm not going to say right now, because if I say it, he's going to go insane. He knows that already. But I wouldn't really consider that a trick. But still, it's just a word he knows, since he's still only been here with us almost a month. And honestly, he's really receptive about pretty much anything we say. So I feel like if I told him to sit, he probably would do that as well. So as of right now, not really, guys. It's just a matter of getting to know him, his personality, and we've done pretty good so far. We know him a little bit. So yeah. Has your pet destroyed anything? Up until this point, I don't believe so, except for one of his toys. But I wouldn't really necessarily say destroyed, because he's just playing with it, and he obviously likes it enough to where It's a little bit, ripped up, but that's fine. But it's not like he's destroyed our couch or anything. So, no, he has not destroyed anything up to this point. Out of all the toys that we have for him so far, I'd say this one. He's not really in the mood to play right now. As you can see, he's quite tired. But this is your toy, buddy. Well, alright. This wraps up the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and getting to know Mordecai a little bit more. As always, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.